worst case scenario of having everything in this one basket if something goes wrong? And what could go wrong? Would you change anything? So we're looking to be able to diversify across multiple custodians. Anchorage is awesome. Again, same place that BlackRock holds their digital assets. But there are some other custodians that are coming onto the scene here in 2026 that we're in conversations with to be able to diversify across multiple custodians, just like you're talking about. We encourage people to hold, a portion of their assets with us, maybe a portion on their cold wallet, maybe a portion on an exchange or something. It's good to have some diversification where you're holding the assets. And again, I have them all there. I'm not worried about it because they do have the most security of anywhere, literally. That's why BlackRock is working with them. And that's why they're able to garner the level of insurance that they are. For some people, they just, want to be able to mitigate or structure things in a way that mitigates risk a little bit more. So that's why we're working to implement multiple custodians. Worst case scenario, I'll give it to you. They go bankrupt. Okay. They have a really strong balance sheet. They have like $700 million on their balance sheet right now. I do think that Anchorage is probably going to go public in the not too distant future. Just, hearsay around. I could be off with that. We'll have to find out. But with all that being said, let's say they go bankrupt. Okay. They are not relief estate like BNY Mellon. They are bankruptcy remote though. So the assets are segregated from their exchange business. Those assets are always yours. They will have to go through the bankruptcy process, but your assets sit there in kind and you will get access to them post bankruptcy. And that's, again, I think we can maybe get really, I don't know if there's anybody else besides BNY Mellon, but that sounds like a good thing. Another trust bank steps in immediately, takes over. You never skip a beat with that if something were to happen. But I don't think BNY Mellon's going anywhere or anybody else that's relief estate because BNY Mellon has like 50 or 60 trillion dollars under custody. Kind of a big deal. They will be here tomorrow. So all that being said, that's like worst case scenario. I look at it like a three-legged stool. Okay. There's us at DWP, and there's Anchorage. Anchorage provides the infrastructure and the custody solution. We provide advisory on the other side of the multi-sig, and then, you own the assets and you're the other signer on the account. Any one of those legs can kind of get kicked out and it's still standing. So, Anchorage goes bankrupt. Cool. We go through the bankruptcy process. Your assets are still there. We're still your advisor. No problems. We go out of business. Something happens to DWP. That's fine. You can, have your RIA or another RIA set up with Anchorage. You move your account over to them. They manage it for you. God forbid something happens to you. We have